So let us talk about the author for a while. Katherine Mansfield is regarded as one of the best short story writer in English. She is from New Zealand, which is near Australia, as most of you must have known. So her story is mainly has many themes. Mainly class consciousness is one of them, women, representation of women, and the hopelessness of the war that is going, because she was in the 1920s and 1930s. So in the 1920s and 1930s there was the First World War and then the Second World War. So she is against the war, as most of the poets of that time was, and what one can think, some of her best stories are written during that time only. And she tells about how in this story, in The Cup of Tea, she mainly presents a story which has a woman protagonist, and even the second person, which is mostly mentioned, Miss Smith, is also a woman. So only Rosemary's husband, that is Philip, is mentioned apart from those two characters. Actually presence is woman in literature is represented in this story. The class consciousness or the class division among the society is very well represented. How one society or one class of people is living a very rich life, when the other part is living a very terrible life. They can't even have a cup of tea. They can't even have the money to have a cup of tea with comfort in a very cold weather, in a very unfavorable condition. So both the story, even the last one, Martyrs Corner, as you already know, that story also shows how poor people actually suffer, because they don't because none of their fault sometimes.